I'm Stephen Bassett, the Executive Director of the Paradigm Research Group, a political advocacy organization, and the Executive Producer of the Citizen Hearing on Disclosure, which is taking place this week at the National Press Club. What we have done is brought in from 10 countries, 40 witnesses. Half are top researchers, half are military agency, political individuals who can speak directly to the events and evidence which, in our view, confirm the presence of extraterrestrials engaging the human race right now and going back to easily the late 1940s. In order to grab the attention of the world, of the political media, and of the United States Congress, we are having these witnesses testify for 5 days and 30 hours to 6 former members of the United States Congress, distinguished members who between them have 80 years of service to the country and their constituents. They include Congressman Roscoe Bartlett, Congresswoman Carolyn Kilpatrick, Congresswoman Lynn Woolsey, Congresswoman Darlene Hooley, Congressman Merrill Cook, and Senator Mike Gravel. As a result, we expect that there's going to be a desire on the part of the media particularly to compare this evidence and testimony with the White House's statement of November of 2011, a formal written statement made by the Office of Science and Technology Policy, that there is no evidence whatsoever for any life outside the planet or any engagement of human beings by non-human life, or any evidence or credible information that the government is hiding anything. I think that there are not too many reporters in the Washington right now that actually believe all 3 of those statements are true, if any of them are true. So we have a huge disconnect between formal government policy of the executive branch of the most powerful government in the world and the reality around us. And so we're trying to break this open. We're trying to end the truth embargo, that we call it, with a disclosure event, and that would be when the President of the United States comes before the American people and acknowledges the extraterrestrial presence.
All right, so just cutting right to the brass tacks.
Go for it.
So today, we are saying with certainty there is extraterrestrial existence, and
look, the evidence is overwhelming, and has been since even the 1950s. The phenomena that is being seen all over the world by millions of people for 6.5 decades is non-human intelligent beings, almost certainly from other star systems with biospheres like our own, engaging the human race. That's just the way it is. It's the reality. The Earth is flat, the Earth goes around the sun, and there's extraterrestrials engaging us. We need to get used to that. It's difficult, though, to engage this issue and to adjust to it when the government itself denies that it's happening. This is the problem. We need to solve this problem. And the way we do it is by putting sufficient pressure on the United States government so the President will finally announce the ET presence. This pressure is primarily going to come from the media, which I think once they realize that the biggest story in history is right before them, and they've been given this information for a long time, are going to understand it's time to go into gate mode, investigation mode, and really ask tough questions of the right people. If the media chooses to do that, the truth embargo, frankly, will not last the summer of 2013.
All right, and last question. Captain Edgar Mitchell was the 6th man on the moon, Apollo 14. He just came out and said, they've visited, they've engaged us, we are not alone. What kind of credo does that have a man who stepped foot on the moon? He left the planet.
The international spokesperson for the Citizen Hearing on Disclosure is Captain Edgar Mitchell, Dr. Mitchell, MIT, astronautics, and of course the man who walked on the moon on the Apollo 14 mission. He has been saying since 1997 that the Roswell event was in fact an extraterrestrial crash. Non-humans, bodies were recovered. He's also confirmed that we're being engaged. He has talked to people in the Hill. He's talked to people around him. When a man like that comes forward and makes a statement like that, there ought to be 1,000 television trucks out in front of his house. Because of the truth embargo, by and large, his statements have not been properly engaged. So once again, we put them before the American people and the American media. Edgar continues to stand up for the truth, and hopefully other members of NASA, maybe, and others will come forward and stand with him.